What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Lance. We back in another video.
Just playing, bitch. I'm really icy, really icy. Who shicey? That's my dog. But who you?
Man, y'all don't even understand. Today's video is probably my most favorite video that I've ever filmed on this channel so far. I filmed like 60-something videos, more reaction videos to self-help videos, but this one is important because it's about Kanye West.
A is in the building.
Yes, man. And if you know me, Kanye West is a huge inspiration for me. I wouldn't say I'm a fan or like he's my idol or whatever, because that makes you seem like that person is like higher up than you or more important than you. But this is somebody that I've definitely strived to be like in a lot of different ways. And I'm gonna definitely meet him one day. I'm gonna definitely put that into the world, into the universe, and speak into existence. I'm gonna definitely meet my guy Kanye West, man. But this is somebody that, you know, from the music to art. Well, in my opinion, he's the second greatest artist of all time, in my opinion, behind Michael Jackson, of course. And MJ is the GOAT all around, but Kanye West is second, just from the music to the creativity, all that. You have artists that, you know, are able to you know, get your attention with bars and like hit makers like Drake. And no disrespect to Drake, but when it comes to artwork and like and full and all around artistry, Kanye West is the best. But today I wanted to do a ranking of my top, what is it? It's like 8 albums, right? So the top 8 Kanye albums, and just put them on the ranking, man. Now, I'm gonna piss off some people, but I gotta say, it's my opinion. Y'all will see in the video how I like break it down. It's just more about like, you know, how I feel about the songs and the vibe. I'm gonna bring stats into it, but it's gonna be more about just the feeling and the vibe I got from each album. So without further ado, let's get started. Make sure you like and subscribe, because this is gonna be a good one. Let's get it.
That's a tube, cause like a Crip set, I got way too many blues for any more bad news. I was looking at my resume, feeling real fresh today. They rewrite history, I don't believe in yesterday. And what's a black beetle anyway?
Now at number 8, we got Yeezus. When I watch other people's videos about ranking Kanye's albums and stuff, Yeezus is definitely one of people's favorites. And I mean, when it came out, it was one of the best albums of 2013, according to, you know, I got my stats right here, by the way. Y'all see me looking down. Billboard, by Billboard, and it was a staff-picked number 62 album of 2010s. So, out of 100, sorry. So, it was a good album. It hit number 1 on the U.S. charts for a while. You know what I'm saying? But when I listen to it, like I said, I listen for the instrumentals, but I listen also for the lyrics, and I don't know, it just didn't hit for me like that. I think the album was like 10 songs, something like that, but I really only liked Guilt Trip and Bound To. And Bound To really was just for the video, man. I mean, the beat was hard, but like it was more just for the video, in my opinion. Guilt Trip, I don't know. I just feel like Yeezus is when Kanye started like making that shift between like that old like boom bap type of music to really like the new age sound that we're hearing today. You know what I mean? Like, and he was even doing that on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which will be talked about later on. But yeah, I got Yeezus. It's definitely at number 8. Probably my least favorite album of his so far. But yeah, Yeezus is number 8. All right, at number 7, we got Jesus is. I can't even talk. We got Jesus is King. Now, this album, and let me just make this clear: there is no bad Kanye album. I just like certain ones more than the other ones, but they're all good. They're all good. Don't get it twisted. It's just Kanye West we're talking about. It's one of the greatest artists of all time. He has not had a bad album yet, and I don't think he ever will. But you know, he's like some more than others. The album, the Grammy Award-winning album, Jesus is King, which is so crazy how you get an album after peeing on your other one.
Jesus is Lord.
Live on Twitter, that's crazy. But this album, I did not like it at first. I don't know. I think that it was the whole, you know, some of his fans kind of, you know, I guess you could say were like rubbed the wrong way with it because like they were so used to like the secular music, you know, all that like Life of Pablo type stuff, that when it's like when he like flipped over to like Christian music, you know, some of his fans like wasn't really messing with it, and I was one of those people. But then as time progressed and I kept listening to it, I'm like, this is smooth. And you see why he won a Grammy for it. I mean, he is Kanye, but it actually, like the production from top to bottom of it was really, 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 really good. At this point, like I said, it's not. I'm just kind of ranking them just based off of like the songs and the percussion and stuff like that I liked on each of them. But there really is no wrong answer. It's just whatever order you feel it in. So my favorite song on Jesus is King is It Has to Be Water. And I don't think I feel like I tend to like the songs that people dislike the most or don't really mess with the most. Those are the songs that I mess with the most. So definitely Has to Be Water. Ant Clemens' voice is crazy, and he got a song with Ye. I think it's called Hurricane or something like, or 80 Degrees. I don't think it came out yet. It's supposed to be on Donda. It got leaked. I'm sorry, I listen to leaks, but I'm just a huge supporter, but I gotta listen to the leaks. I heard Water, and when Ant Clemens, bro, that was crazy. The first time I heard that, I'm like, this is a hit for sure. You know what I mean? Like, but from top to bottom, I mean, from Water, Every Hour, On God, Follow God, Everything We Need, which got changed, I think, because he had another version with Nicki Minaj on it from a different. That was before he went over to Christian music. But Jesus is King is fire. I can't lie. But that's it for that one. Next, we got the late Registration Grammy Award winning album, and this is back, you know, with the, you know, during the college series days, which to me that trio of albums of College Dropout, Late Registration, and Graduation, you can't beat that. I don't think any artist has dropped 3 albums like that, you know, with that much impact and that much popularity around the world. I don't think that will ever happen again. Like those 3 albums back to back to back, nah. But on this album, my favorite song is definitely Hey Mama, R.I.P. to Donda, of course. Bring Me Down. I don't hear people talking about this song at all. I swear I like the song nobody talks about. I swear. I don't hear anybody talking about Bring Me Down with Brandy on it. That song, like, bro, because I love motivational and like inspirational type stuff, man. So, you know, like when I heard that song, that really got me, you know, motivated to want to go out and do something with my life for sure. So, shout out to Brandy. I love Brandy. I love Brandy. She's on the chorus. Shout out to Brandy. Oh, and also, what other song was it? Gone with Consequence and Camera, bro. There's like a beat, like, I don't know how to describe it. See, I don't really know like all these musical terms, but I just go by how I feel. But it's like, there's like a beat, not necessarily like a beat chain, but there's like a long pause in it, bro. And then Kanye's verse starts, and it just goes crazy. So I don't really know how to put it into words, but that song really hit for me. I don't know, but yeah, it was a good album. I mean, like I said, most of the songs on here was good. Crack Music was good too with The Game. That's not talked about like that. Heard Him Say with Adam Levine. It was hard, but that's my number. That's number 6. Yeah, number 6 for me. That's it for that one. Next, we got Ye. Now, that's when like the whole Good Music was doing like the 7 album track thing. This is when Kanye really tapped in his gazer, his spiritual connection stuff, man. That's where, and for somebody like me who just tapped into mine, this album really hit differently, especially in 2020 when I was in quarantine, because when I was going through my whole spiritual awakening and my enlightenment, I guess you could say, this album was really making me like get in my feelings, bro. Like when he was talking about like his family and how he like changed his mindset about being a man because of North, you know, things like that. I'm like, bro, this is my favorite song. Is definitely Violent Crimes. Last song for sure. Violent Crimes. I remember people were talking about was it Yikes? Yikes was being talked about a lot because like how like the song, oh, Drake, oh shit. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at like the the track list right now, I'm seeing Drake wrote some stuff on it. I didn't know that. Wow, okay. Just learn something new every day. I didn't know that. Well, which that's kind of ironic with how the relationship is now. But hopefully Drake and Kanye will get back together. If they ever see this, y'all need to get back together and squash that beef. Cause y'all two goats, man. Stop playing around. But Ye, I feel like this is when Kanye was really starting to like, you know, move away from the secular realm of music and really tap into, you know, his spiritual and Christian side a lot more. So Ye is definitely one of the best ones that I have listened to so far.
Really give a fuck about it at all, cause the same people that try to blackball me forgot about two things, my black balls. I let you in the
Next, man, look, I gotta put 808s next. And I don't really have any like real deep meaning behind this album. I mean, I really don't for any of them. But the thing I remember about 808s, I remember I was like, because it came out in 2008, I was like 8. Yeah, I was 8 in 2008. So, I just remember, like, I didn't listen to it like when I didn't listen to it when it first came out. I listened to it maybe like a year or two after. So I was maybe like 10, 11, right? And I remember I heard Love Lockdown, Heartless, and Welcome to Heartbreak. Those 3 songs, bro. And it's like, even in 5th grade, I remember I was like, you know, that, you know, your 5th grade relationship shit, bro. Like, well, not really relationship, but y'all know what I mean. And I was like talking to this girl in 5th grade, man. Like, you know, she broke a dude's heart, man. She broke a dude's heart. You know, she gave me a hug, bro. And after that, you know, she ain't talked to me again. You know, she said she liked me, all that. Never talked to me again. As a 5th grader, it devastated me, man. It was devastating. So, went home, heard 808s and Heartbreak. I heard those songs, bro, and it was like, even though it wasn't real heartbreak at the time, you know, like that's what love is to you in 5th grade. I mean, I'm 10, so it's like, you know, that's what you think it is. And I was just like, I was really in my feelings even back then, bro. That's just crazy. That's the one thing I can really, like every time I hear this album, that's all I can think of. And it sounds crazy, but like, that's what I think of when I think of 808s and Heartbreak. So, yeah, that's number 6, I think. Yeah. Next 2 are albums that I love from top to bottom. That's why I put these as my top 2. I mean, I can flip them, I can interchange them anyway, but it's definitely gonna be Life of Pablo Life of Pablo and my beautiful Life of Pablo and my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Life of Pablo, like, as I said before, you know, Kanye had a spiritual awakening, and I could tell on this album when he's really starting to, like, you know, try different things and starting to like mesh that realm of himself into like the secular music and then put it together. So like you can hear it on like songs like Wolves, St. Pablo, what else we got here? Ultralight Beam, stuff like that, right? Because he's always been like a spiritual person, I guess, but he really didn't like tap into it until later on. So yeah, my favorite song on this album has to be St. Pablo. St. Pablo is an underrated song. I think that's one of the most underrated songs of Kanye West that people don't talk about at all. It's St. Pablo. That is one of his best songs for sure. For sure. Hands down is St. Pablo. Also got, you know, Father Stretch My Hands. You got Waves. Chris Brown on the chorus. Wow, man. Chris Brown is a GOAT, so don't get that twisted either, because I don't hear nobody talking about Chris Brown. Chris Brown can do it all, bro. Don't get it fucked up. We got Wolves, Frank's track. I wish Frank's track and Wolves would have been like meshed together as one, because there is, you know, another version of that song that I heard. And of course you got 30 hours, and then you got No Parties in LA, which did I get Grammy nominated? I don't know, but that's just a dope album from top to bottom. And then last but not least, we have my beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. This is, to me, the best album of the 2010s. I just think when I talked about earlier why Kanye was the second best artist of all time, this album is what to me made him the number 2 and give him the number 2 spot for sure. I think when it comes to music, I appreciate the artist, like, and even Travis Scott does this too. It's just like, it's more than just the music. It to me, it's everything that goes along with it, because you know, as consumers of the music, we can associate certain songs with different moments of our life. You might have a breakup and then think of Marvin's Room. You might be in a good mood and think of Good Life. You know, like we all like associate different songs with different moments of our life. So when I look at this album, it's like he was able to take, you know, different emotions and then allow the audience to equate whatever situation of their life they've had and combine that song with it. I look at Power, I just think of strength. I think of power. I mean, like, I just think of being in control. You know, taking over. You know, stepping into my confidence in myself. You know what I mean? Like, when I think of like Blame Game, going through a breakup or like fighting back and forth with your girl, or you know, just being with your relationship problems, stuff like that. And then you got Lost in the World. Lost in the World to me I don't know, it just make me want to dance, bro, and go crazy. That's something, you know, like the Bon Iver sample is hard, bro. Like, I listened to that song at least a couple times today for sure. Then you got All of the Lights. I think he said All of the Lights took like a few years to make with Rihanna and all them, just put everything together and like everything around it. And then we forget that he made a whole movie to go with it. I wish artists did that more. Like, make your album, or like, I wish artists could at least like make an album and like either like go on like IG Live or do something like that and kind of like explain it from their perspective, you know? I know like sometimes like it's just open for interpretation, but I know like it would be kind of dope if we can get like their perspective, or like get like a movie or something like to go along with it so it all can like intertwine better. But I don't know if there's an album from the 2010s that can compete with My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. I just don't. Because y'all have to understand, Kanye thinks long term. And this album came out in 2010, but he could drop it right now and it would still fit in what's going on in the culture today. That's why I think I respect him so much, because it's like he knows that what he's doing, it may not hit like really, it may not really hit like right now, but I mean it did. This album did, but it may not hit as much right now as it would maybe 10 years from now. That's exactly what happened. Because now people are going back. My generation that was younger is going back now and listen to it and be like, damn, this is really good. But yeah.
Please welcome the one and only Kanye West. I'm with you.
Gay is in the building.
At the end of the day, man, I'm just a huge Kanye supporter. You know, I've been following him since I was like maybe like 10 years old. You know, it's been one of my favorite artists for the longest, for most of my life. Hopefully I'll be able to meet this man one day and tell him how much, you know, he's impacted my life. Get to work with him, just get to be mentored by him, because that's somebody that I definitely admire and somebody that I definitely strive to be like. You know, somebody that's changing the world for the better. Forget what the media got to say, because the media, Forbes, all them got something to say. You know, I think he's the richest black man in history, so we got to give him his congratulations, for they're going to clap it up for him. But yeah, you know, Kanye is somebody that I think will not be remembered. It will not be talked about the way that he should and be appreciated the way he should until he's gone, unfortunately. I just know, I think people now just focus on his mental illness and his problems and his episodes, you know, because I don't really believe that he has a problem, that he has issues. But then again, don't we all? You know what I mean? So I think we all got something. If you don't have anything, then there's something wrong with you. Figure it out, because there ain't no way you perfect. But I'm gonna leave it there. I want y'all to please comment down below what y'all think about my order, my rankings. If y'all agree, you disagree, any thoughts you have about them, if I could have explained something better. I'm definitely open to criticism, all that. You know, it's YouTube, so you know you gotta take all that with the territory. But I'm gonna leave it there. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.